Welcome back to NFL Live. You know, the number 13 is a very special number. It's the amount of groomsmen I had at my wedding, which I know is a little bit crowded. It's also the definitive age I can say I ran at faster speeds that Dan Orlovsky ever even peaked at, which I get it. It might not be saying much. Lastly, I want to say it's the Los Angeles Rams' favorite personnel grouping. And a personnel grouping, they run at a higher rate than anybody else in the league. Dan is going to show you one of their many touchdowns out of that personnel grouping with the help of NGS NFL Stats and the StatusPro Visualizer, which allows the recreation of the play exactly as it happened in the game. Dan, go to work.
Yeah, Hawk, you're right. 13 personnel. That one back, three tight end is exactly who the Rams want to be. So starting point is what actually is 13 personnel. Number one, it's going to be one running back, and then they are going to line in 1, 2, 3 tight ends. Now, what the Rams like to do is they like to take those 3 tight ends and kind of put them in traditional, what we call inline spaces, almost like an extension of those offensive line, and they want to run the football. But what they've done recently is try to spread them out. Now, why would the Rams put those 3 tight ends onto the field, but then in a spread out formation? Let's go become Matthew Stafford, okay? If you're Matthew Stafford and you break the huddle and you're in 13 personnel and you realize, why are we here with a 2-by-2 formation, meaning 2 to the right and 2 to the left? I'm in the shotgun. I'm trying to gather information. So what's that information? I want to know how many defensive backs you have on the field. So let's start here. Defensive back 1 to the left, Rock Ya-Sin. Okay, there's a safety in the middle field. That's 2. Meek Robertson, then nickel is 3. And then this is Daniel Thomas. So that's 4 defensive backs on the field. That means that the defense has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive linemen. Because I lined up in those 3 tight ends, they've committed to thinking I want to run the football like I have in the past, and they want to stop that. So we spread them out. Now we want to throw the football. So what's the advantageous part of that for the Rams? Number one, I'm trying to find a matchup. What's going to be my favorite matchup? But we always have to start with protection. Understanding 5 defensive linemen. I'm Stafford. I got, my center, my left guard, and my left tackle. I need you guys to protect number 1, number 2, and number 3. Great. We're good to the left when it comes to pressure. Right guard, right tackle. I need you guys to have number 1 and number 2 front side. Now I'm good with protection. The only problem that I could have with pressure is this linebacker. If this linebacker blitzes, because he should have that back in man. If this guy blitzes, great. I'm going to throw the ball to Kyron Williams in the flat. We're going to be in a good situation. Now, if you're Stafford, I talked about protection. We're good with that. Now I'm searching a matchup. What's going to be the best matchup for me as I get to the line of scrimmage? I want to start with Puka Nacua, right? He's one of the best receivers in football. But Robertson, that's a good nickel. And so I like that matchup. I don't necessarily love that matchup. Also, this safety in the middle of the field, he could always come down and almost double team Puka. Well, then I'm going to look out to my left. I like this tight end, but that's Rock Ya-Sin. That's a corner. So I don't love that matchup. That's an advantage for the defense. I got a good tight end here, but this is Jack Campbell. And if my tight end here is only running a 5-yard out route, is that the best matchup for me on this play? No. Okay, what's going to be the best matchup? I don't like Puka Nacua, but I got Kobe Parkinson out here, and that's Daniel Thomas. That's a young safety. So if you're Kobe Parkinson, could I give you a go route down in the red zone, and could you beat him at the line of scrimmage? That's exactly what Matthew Stafford is looking for. He's looking for the best matchup, not just the good one. It's clearly the go route on the young safety. Now, if you're Stafford, what you have to pay attention to is this safety. This safety is really your only problem when it comes to that throw. I would fully expect that safety to lean to this side of the formation because I have Puka Nacua here. The only way that I'm not throwing that ball to Parkinson is this safety at the snap goes fully over the top. He can't nor shouldn't do that. So if you're Stafford, the big thing is have vision on that safety. Ball gets snapped. He hangs. That means I love this throw. Now, what kind of throw? We've talked about that this year. Once this defender stays on that back hip, that ball I fully expect to get put up in the air with air behind it to lead Parkinson. If he's over the top, I've talked about that's the back shoulder opportunity. He's back hip. Stafford has to see that defender Thomas playing back hip and put that ball with air over the top. Now, here's the last part of why this matters, okay? And playing on time's a big deal. You're going to see this defensive lineman. These guys are all 5 one-on-one blocks, okay? That defensive lineman is going to inside stunt. We're going to get a wrap stunt by this defensive tackle. And I don't want you to pay attention to the route. Just feel this pressure if you're Matthew Stafford right now and that internal twist game. That ball's got to be out right now because these two guys are splitting my offensive lineman. I'm taxed as a group offensive line-wise, and Parkinson's just winning. That's the big challenge for the quarterback here is with time, let's be Matthew Stafford. See how fast you have to play. I know I'm throwing that ball out there. Just feel how fast you have to play when it comes to understanding the recognition, balls to come out right now, and I have to make the proper throw over the top for a touchdown. This is a weapon for this offense. They love to run it out of that grouping, but the more that they can create those matchups in the pass game for those guys, protect enough, and Stafford could get it out, he's going to throw the perfect pass.
The Los Angeles Rams have scored 24 touchdowns out of 13 personnel. No other NFL team has more than 8. Matt Stafford, 37 touchdown passes this season, 5 interceptions. Dan, can you guess how many interceptions you threw in your career?
13.
Oh, my boy's dialed in, man.